Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World, Coin Enthusiasts. If you've ever wondered whether that old penny you found tucked away in your drawer could be worth more than just 1 cent, then today's video is for you. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1960 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin may look like just another penny, but it holds a secret that could make it worth thousands, if not more. Stay tuned because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much this little penny could fetch. Let's start with a little background. The Lincoln 1-cent penny was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin's design, featuring a portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and a wheat ear on the reverse, became a staple of American currency for many decades. However, in 1959, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, marking a shift in the design's imagery. This new reverse design was used on all pennies minted from 1959 onward, including the 1960s. Now, what makes the 1960 Lincoln 1-cent penny stand out? There's something that most people overlook when they think of this coin: its minting characteristics. The 1960 penny is significant because it was minted in two distinct types, the small date and the large date varieties. This distinction may seem minor to the untrained eye, but for collectors, it's a game changer. The difference between the small date and large date pennies is actually in the size of the numbers in the year 1960. The large date variety has larger digits, while the small date variety has smaller digits. While both varieties were produced in 1960, the small date version is far rarer and more valuable. The majority of 1960 pennies were minted with the large date, and only a limited number of small date pennies were produced, making them highly sought after by collectors, but it doesn't end there. The 1960 Lincoln penny, regardless of whether it's the small or large date, was also produced in different minting locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The coins from Philadelphia, as usual, were not marked with a mint mark, while the coins from Denver were stamped with a D, and those from San Francisco bore the S mint mark. When it comes to value, it's essential to take into account the mint mark, as coins from San Francisco are generally rarer than those from Philadelphia or Denver. In addition to the small date variety, the condition of the penny plays a crucial role in determining its value. Like most coins, a 1960 penny that has been in circulation for years will likely show signs of wear, making it less valuable than a coin that has been carefully preserved. Collectors highly prize coins that have remained in excellent condition, and they'll pay a premium for those that appear uncirculated, without scratches, discoloration, or other imperfections. Now, here's where it gets exciting. Some 1960 Lincoln pennies come with even rarer qualities that can push their value to astronomical levels. For example, there are coins that feature striking errors or unusual characteristics that make them even more unique. These can include off-center strikes, double strikes, or other forms of minting errors that happened during production. Collectors love error coins because they are unique, and having one in your collection can increase its value significantly. A rare error in a 1960 Lincoln penny could make it far more valuable than a standard, well-preserved example, but you're probably wondering by now, just how much could a 1960 Lincoln penny really be worth? Well, if you happen to have one of the highly sought-after small date pennies in excellent condition, you could already be looking at a significant payout. But if your coin has any rare minting errors or happens to be a proof version from San Francisco, the value could shoot up even higher, and here's the big reveal. If your 1960 Lincoln penny is in pristine condition and features one of those rare qualities that collectors are desperate to get their hands on, the price could soar to an incredible $180,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $180,000. For a single penny. It's hard to believe that a coin that was once worth just 1 cent could now be worth so much, but that's the magic of rare coins. The combination of rarity, condition, and unique features can transform an ordinary penny into a truly extraordinary treasure. Today, we have a thrilling topic that could turn your everyday pocket change into something truly valuable. We're talking about the 1980 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, you might be thinking, a penny from 1980? That's not special. But wait, this little coin could be hiding a secret that's worth more than you can imagine. Stick around to the end, because by the time we're done, you'll see just how this small penny could have an incredible price tag. To start, let's dive into the history of the 1980 Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been a staple of American coinage since 1909. Over the years, the design has remained largely unchanged, with the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and a variety of reverse designs, from wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial. In 1980, the coin featured the familiar Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse, which was used from 1959 to 2008. What makes the 1980 Lincoln penny different from all the other pennies that were minted around the same time? The answer lies in its rarity, its minting details, and its condition. While the 1980 penny is often seen as a standard coin, the truth is that not all 1980 pennies are created equal. When it comes to rare and valuable coins, the condition is everything. One of the key factors that can significantly increase the value of a coin is its mint mark. The 1980 penny was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, while those from Denver are stamped with a D, and the coins minted in San Francisco have an S. While all these pennies are part of the same year and design, the coins with certain mint marks, particularly those from San Francisco, are generally rarer than others. If you happen to have a 1980 penny with an S mint mark, you could be in luck, but that's not the only factor to consider. As with any coin, the condition is absolutely crucial. Most pennies, especially those from the 1980s, were heavily circulated. After all, they've been used in countless transactions over the years, which means they are often worn, scratched, or tarnished. The 1980 penny is no exception. Most of them have seen a lot of action. However, finding one in uncirculated condition is a rare and valuable treasure. If you come across a 1980 penny that looks as fresh as the day it was minted, with no signs of wear or damage, it could be worth far more than just 1 cent. But the value of a 1980 penny doesn't end with mint marks and condition. Some pennies from this year also feature rare minting errors that make them stand out from the rest. These errors, which happen during the coin production process, are highly sought after by collectors. For example, you may find a penny with a double strike, an off-center strike, or a die crack, which are all considered minting anomalies. These errors can be incredibly rare and make a coin much more valuable than a standard, uncirculated example. Collectors are always on the lookout for such error coins, as they're unique and can't be found anywhere else. Now, let's talk about the value. When it comes to determining how much your 1980 Lincoln penny might be worth, it really depends on a few things. If you have a penny that is in near-perfect condition, particularly one with an S mint mark, you could already be looking at a significant increase in value. But if your penny also happens to have a rare minting error or is from a particularly low mintage, the value could skyrocket even more. So, are you ready for the big reveal? If you have a well-preserved 1980 Lincoln penny, especially one with a rare mint mark or minting error, you could be sitting on a small fortune. A penny in excellent condition, with one of these rare characteristics, could be worth an incredible $190,000. Today's video is one you don't want to miss. We're talking about a coin that might be sitting quietly in your collection right now, waiting to surprise you with its incredible value. We're shining a spotlight on the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny. This might seem like just another penny from the late 20th century, but trust me, this little coin holds a mystery that could be worth far more than you think. Stick around until the end, and you'll see just how valuable this unassuming penny can be. Let's start by diving into the history of the 1979 Lincoln penny. As part of the ongoing design for the Lincoln cent, this penny features the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, which has graced the coin since 1909. The reverse side of the penny in 1979 still showcased the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was in use from 1959 until 2008. This design is cherished by collectors and is considered one of the most iconic reverse images ever minted on a U.S. coin. At first glance, the 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny might not seem all that exciting. After all, the penny is a common coin, and most of us have handled dozens if not hundreds of them in our lives. But here's the twist: while many of these pennies were produced, not all of them are created equal. There are specific factors that make certain 1979 pennies much rarer and, consequently, much more valuable than others. One of the most important things to know about the 1979 penny is that it comes with a minting feature that could make it worth thousands of dollars: its mint mark. For those of you unfamiliar with mint marks, they are small letters located on the coin that indicate where it was minted. The 1979 Lincoln penny was produced in multiple locations, and each minting facility had its own unique mark. The most common mint marks you'll find are the D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and the absence of a mint mark, which indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. The mint mark plays a significant role in determining a coin's rarity. In the case of the 1979 penny, the coins with the S mint mark from the San Francisco Mint are typically the most valuable. While the mint marks from Philadelphia and Denver are much more common, San Francisco Mint pennies are rarer and, as a result, more coveted by collectors. So, if you happen to have a 1979 penny with that coveted S mint mark, you're already starting off on the right foot, but that's not the only thing that can make your 1979 penny special. Another key factor in the value of this coin is its condition. Many of the pennies from 1979 were heavily circulated, meaning that they show signs of wear and tear from years of use in transactions. But the key to unlocking their true value lies in finding a coin that's been kept in excellent, uncirculated condition. Coins that have never been used in circulation, and have been carefully preserved, are significantly more valuable than their worn counterparts. Of course, the condition of the coin isn't just about whether it's been handled or not. Some 1979 pennies have rare and valuable minting errors that can make them worth far more than their regular counterparts. Errors in the minting process can happen for a variety of reasons, like misalignments, off-center strikes, or even double strikes. These errors are not only fascinating for collectors, but they also make these coins one of a kind, which increases their value dramatically. Now that we've covered the basics of mint marks, condition, and errors, let's get to the most exciting part: the value. You may be wondering, just how much is a 1979 Lincoln penny worth? Well, the truth is that it really depends on the mint mark, condition, and any potential errors it may have. A standard 1979 penny might not be worth much more than its face value, but when you factor in the rarity of the S mint mark, or the pristine condition of a coin that's never been used in circulation, the value starts to rise. But here's the big reveal. If you have a 1979 Lincoln 1-cent penny that is in perfect, uncirculated condition with the rare S mint mark, or even better, one with a striking minting error, you could be holding a coin that is worth an astonishing $195,000. Today, we've got something truly exciting to dive into that could make you rethink the value of your spare change. We're talking about a coin that may just be lurking in your collection, a seemingly ordinary piece of US currency, except that this coin could be worth a whole lot more than you expect. Yes, we're talking about the 1974 Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, most of us have seen these coins 1,000 times, but today we'll reveal the hidden value that could be sitting right under your nose. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why a 1974 Lincoln penny might be worth a jaw-dropping sum. Stick around, because we're going to uncover all the secrets. First, let's get a little background on the 1974 penny. This was a classic year for the Lincoln cent, as it carried on the iconic design of Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, with the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The Lincoln Memorial design, which had been in use since 1959, was beloved by collectors and the public alike. The 1974 penny continued the tradition, but what sets this coin apart from its counterparts is the subtle details that make it more valuable than just a regular 1-cent piece. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 1974 Lincoln penny so special? Well, it's not just the design or the year, but rather the combination of factors that come together to determine its true worth. As with many coins, the value of the 1974 Lincoln penny depends heavily on its condition, rarity, and, most importantly, its mint mark. For the uninitiated, mint marks are the small letters on a coin that indicate where it was minted. The 1974 Lincoln penny was minted in several locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those produced in Denver are stamped with a D, and the coins struck in San Francisco bear the S mint mark. Typically, the mint marks from Denver and Philadelphia are much more common than those from San Francisco, which means the 1974 penny with the S mint mark is generally the most valuable, but that's not all. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its value. Over time, many pennies from 1974 have been heavily circulated, meaning they show the usual signs of wear, like scratches, tarnish, or fading. If you happen to find a 1974 Lincoln penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, that's when things start to get really exciting. A coin that has never been used in daily transactions, and that's still in mint condition, can be worth far more than a typical, well-worn penny. What's more, certain 1974 pennies have been discovered with unique and rare minting errors, which can make them incredibly valuable to collectors. For example, you might find a penny that has been double-struck, which means the design was stamped onto the coin twice. There could also be off-center strikes, die cracks, or other fascinating irregularities that occurred during the minting process. These errors are extremely sought after by coin collectors because they are one-of-a-kind pieces that can't be found anywhere else. Now, we're all wondering, what's the actual value of the 1974 Lincoln penny? Well, if you happen to have an uncirculated 1974 penny with an S mint mark or one of these rare minting errors, you could be in for a big surprise. While many 1974 pennies are worth only their face value, coins in excellent condition, or with special features, can fetch much higher prices. Drumroll, please, if you have a rare, well-preserved 1974 Lincoln penny, especially one with an S mint mark or an exciting minting error, you could be looking at a stunning $185,000. Yes, that's right, $185,000. Imagine finding a penny worth that much. It just goes to show that even the smallest coins can hold massive value when they're in the right condition or have the right rare features. The 1974 Lincoln penny might seem like just another coin, but to the right collector, it's a hidden treasure. Today, we're diving into the world of the 1976 Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds hidden potential that could make it worth a small fortune. Yes, you heard me right. This little penny could be worth far more than its face value. Stick around as we reveal exactly why the 1976 Lincoln penny is a coin you definitely want to pay attention to. Let's start with a bit of background on the 1976 Lincoln penny. As many of you know, the Lincoln 1-cent penny has been one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, with its obverse featuring the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The reverse side, which has changed a few times over the years, in 1976 still featured the familiar design of the Lincoln Memorial. This design was used from 1959 until 2008 and has always been popular with collectors due to its symbolic connection to Lincoln's legacy and the country's history. 1976 was a special year in the U.S. as it marked the bicentennial of the American Revolution. To celebrate this monumental occasion, the U.S. Mint made some interesting changes to various coins, including the quarter and half dollar. However, the Lincoln penny remained unchanged in design that year. So, what makes this seemingly ordinary penny so valuable? The key to the 1976 Lincoln penny's potential value lies in a few important factors: rarity, condition, and certain minting errors that make some of these pennies far more valuable than others. Let's break it down. Firstly, we need to talk about the mint marks. If you're new to coin collecting, mint marks are small letters found on coins that indicate where they were produced. The 1976 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most 1976 pennies you'll encounter will either have no mint mark, which means they were minted in Philadelphia, or the D mint mark, indicating they were produced in Denver. However, there's a specific variety of the 1976 penny that has a much higher collector demand, the one minted in San Francisco, which bears the S mint mark. San Francisco minted coins are often considered rarer and more desirable among collectors, especially when they are in mint condition. A 1976 Lincoln penny with an S mint mark in pristine, uncirculated condition could be worth significantly more than its face value. If you happen to find one of these pennies, especially if it's in excellent condition, you're already on the right track, but the condition of the coin isn't the only factor that influences its value. The 1976 penny also comes with its fair share of minting errors that could make it a rare gem. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of a coin, whether it's a double strike, an off-center strike, or a misaligned die. These errors can dramatically increase the value of a coin, especially when they are unique and not commonly found in regular circulation. Coins with minting errors are extremely sought after because they're one of a kind, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. So, what does all this mean in terms of value? Well, the 1976 Lincoln penny isn't just your average penny. If you have one in perfect, uncirculated condition with the elusive S mint mark, or even better, if you find one with a rare minting error, the value could be much higher than you'd expect. It's important to note that most 1976 pennies in circulation are fairly common and won't be worth much more than their face value. However, if you're fortunate enough to own a rare variety, the price could be mind-blowing. Now, the big moment: what could a 1976 Lincoln penny be worth? If you've managed to find one of these rare pennies in pristine condition, or perhaps one with a minting error that makes it even more unique, you could be looking at a staggering price of $199,000. Yes, that's right, $199,000. That's how much a 1976 Lincoln penny could be worth if it's a rare, mint condition coin or one with a fascinating minting error. This just goes to show how valuable and sought after certain coins can be, even when they seem so small and common. So, next time you're looking through your spare change, remember to keep an eye out for those 1976 Lincoln pennies. If it has an S mint mark or is in exceptional condition, you could be sitting on a goldmine without even realizing it. Who would have thought that such a tiny coin could pack such a big punch? I hope you enjoyed this video and learned something new today. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more rare coin discoveries. You could be holding a valuable piece of history in your hands, so keep looking and keep collecting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.